In 2016, a tiny machine made the world champion of Go surrender. The man behind it taught computers to think, dream, and outsmart human geniuses. He became the first video game designer to ever win a Nobel Prize. His name is Demis Hassabis, and his ambition is to solve intelligence itself. He was born in 1976 in North London to immigrant parents. His father was Greek Cypriot. His mother came from Singapore, modest middle class. At only 4 years old, his father taught him to play chess one evening. By 6, he was already beating grown adults in serious chess tournament games. At 11, he reached master level, ranked second in the world for his age. He captained the England under-14 chess team and won countless international medals. He used his chess prize money to buy his very first home computer. He taught himself to code on a tiny ZX Spectrum in his bedroom. He finished high school 2 full years early at the age of 16. He took a year off and got hired by legendary game studio Bullfrog. There he met Peter Molyneux and helped design the bestseller called Theme Park. The game sold over 15 million copies and made him a teenage millionaire. He used the earnings to study computer science at Cambridge University in '94. He graduated with the highest honors and a deep curiosity about the human mind. He returned to games and founded Elixir Studios in 1998 in London. He dreamed of creating games where artificial minds would think like real people. His project Republic the Revolution simulated a country with 1 million unique citizens. Too ambitious for the era, the studio closed its doors in 2005. He realized something profound. To build real AI, he had to understand the brain. He went back to school and started a PhD in cognitive neuroscience at UCL. He studied imagination, memory, and the strange parts of the brain that dream. He proved that imagining the future uses the same neurons as remembering the past. The paper became one of the top 10 science breakthroughs of 2007. He did postdoctoral research at Harvard and MIT, surrounded by the world's best minds. By 2010, he was ready to build something nobody had built before. He co-founded DeepMind in London with Shane Legg and Mustafa Suleyman that year. Their mission was simple but insane: solve intelligence and use it to solve everything. They had no product, no revenue, just brilliant scientists chasing an impossible dream. They taught a single AI to play 7 Atari arcade games using only pixels. The AI learned Breakout so well, it discovered a tactic the developers never planned. The demo went viral inside Silicon Valley, and venture capitalists flooded their inbox. Peter Thiel invested early, then Elon Musk became fascinated and worried at once. In 2014, Google quietly bought DeepMind for over $500 million. Hassabis insisted on one strict condition: an ethics board to oversee dangerous research. Then he aimed at the holy grail of AI, the ancient game called Go. Go has more possible positions than there are atoms in the entire known universe. Experts said a computer was at least 100 years from beating a champion. He built AlphaGo and trained it by letting it play itself millions of times. In 2016, Seoul, AlphaGo faced legendary Korean grandmaster Lee Sedol on stage. In Game 2, AlphaGo played Move 37, a move no human would consider. Commentators called it impossible, beautiful, and almost spiritual all at the same time. Lee Sedol stood up, left the room, and came back 15 minutes later, shocked. AlphaGo crushed him 4-1 before 200 million live viewers. The world realized that artificial intelligence had quietly leapt decades ahead overnight. Then Hassabis pointed his team at biology's hardest puzzle: how proteins fold themselves. Every protein twists into a unique shape, and that shape decides what life does. Predicting that shape was a 50-year nightmare unsolved by every research lab. AlphaFold cracked it in 2020 with stunning 90% atomic-level accuracy. They released 200 million predicted protein structures free for any researcher worldwide. Today, over 2 million scientists use AlphaFold to design drugs, vaccines, and material. On October 9, 2024, his phone rang very early in the morning. The Royal Swedish Academy was calling to award him the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. He shared it with John Jumper and David Baker for revolutionizing biological science forever. A former game designer had just become a Nobel laureate at age 48. Meanwhile, OpenAI launched ChatGPT and triggered a global AI race in 2022. Google panicked and merged Brain and DeepMind into one division in 2023. Hassabis was placed in charge of all Google's most important AI research efforts. He launched Gemini, the rival to ChatGPT, with his name visible everywhere. But his real obsession remains the same: build artificial general intelligence safely. AGI is a machine that can understand and learn anything a human can. He believes AGI will solve cancer, fusion energy, climate change, and aging itself. Critics warn it could also be the most dangerous invention humanity has ever made. He speaks at every major safety summit and helped shape global AI regulation. King Charles knighted him in 2024 for his services to science. From an 8-year-old chess prodigy to the architect of digital intelligence, he taught machines to dream, and now they may help us solve everything.